Headmaster of Padua College lost this morning, Pete, against one of the Giants, and always a good contest. We'll come to that shortly as we see Oscar Weinhardt get things underway. That's allowed to bounce. Here's the chance, has to fly high and does so in the end as Cooper Bye. Son of Marcus Bye is Cooper Bye. They are coached by Matthew Geyer. The Padua side coached by Gary O'Brien and Chris Humphreys. So an offload. Picked up in the end here by the hooker and Taj Harris, who scored a couple of tries in their game earlier this morning, and they get to the 30 metre. Centre of BB Prince Stadium. They go to the left-hand side. Show ball here was Pedlo, and Pedlo will get the offload eventually in the hands there of Smith, and he'll be tackled just over the 40 metre line. So looking to complete their first set is Marymount. Good charge, back rower and riding ring. Abel also scored a try in the game earlier this morning. Gets the offload. They're inside Padua's half now. Good charging run here from Taylor's Abel. That's his second. Carroll gets across the 30. Has to be pulled down in the end there by Mitch Rogers. Last tackle now here, says the referee. Merriman, it's a knock-on the last. And that might be a scrum feed there to Padua because he didn't play it. So it'll be still a set play. Peter, yeah, as I mentioned, a good game, as always, against St Brendan's this morning for you guys. Yeah,
a willing game, John. Obviously, St Brendan's have had a good couple of terms of rugby league. Our boys first hit out in rugby league, so they'd have to be happy after their performance today in that first game. So, yeah, building on the back of that as they build into the carnival.
Do you find, I was just talking to Father Michael about this, is it better to have these games a little bit closer together so the instructions and what you learn from the game beforehand can be applied without the boys getting sort of a little bit distracted and knowing what they got to apply for the next game?
Yeah, look, I'm sure Gary O'Brien would have taken them off site and sort of went through all of the things that they did well and the things that they can improve for this game. But yeah, look, they get a chance this afternoon to listen to Gary and to see what they can improve on from this morning. So yeah, I think having a game back to back, first day, is probably not a bad thing for us after a season of rugby.
Exactly right. So he's a one-on-one trip in. Away goes Taj Harris. They're about to complete a set of 6 here with Padua, but unfortunately it's going to be in a one-on-one strip with hands out in front of Sansky. This back row and Cooper Bye, who's been strong this morning's game. He'll get up and play it. 32 metres out, and they go to the blind side. It's with Coates, and Coates was absolutely dynamic in that first game. He's still going as Coates. He scored a try as well, so brother Xavier, you see the similarities.
Yeah,
he's also a centre three-quarter, can run with some muscle. Lock forward, and this time is Jai Watton, gets pulled down 15 out from the try line. Padua forced to defend their own line for the first time. Here they go through the hands, cut out ball. It's going to be picked up in the end there on the far side by the swinger and Radler trying to crawl towards the try line, scrambling into defence from Padua. Now it's the last tackle. Played out here by Padua, is it? Yes, it is. 6 to go. Well, he kicked it pretty hard there. I don't know how that can be played out, but considering he got no reflexes, it just runs into you. Maybe they have got reflexes at that age. That's going to be touched there by a Padua player, and that'll be another scrum and a scrum feed to Marymount. So just need to be patient with the footy there.
I'm sure you would have seen over the course of the day, possession such an important part of the game, isn't it, John? And early errors cost games in this, particularly when there's that 20 minutes each way, isn't it? It's a challenge if you don't hold the ball.
And as I said to Michael and to Father Michael, in Origin, any game, if you haven't got the footy, you can't score. That's what we saw last night. Coach loses the footy, and just as well because he was on his way to the chalk.
Jeez, he's a lot like his brother, isn't he?
He's like his brother. I was just wondering. Yeah, there's a feed to Padua. I was worried there for a brief second for Padua that might have been touched by one of their players, but it's not. So, yeah, he's like his brother as Oates. As we said, we've got young Bye out there, the son of Marcus, another NRL player.
And Matt Geyer is coach, and his son Cole's down at Melbourne Storm. So, I spoke to Matt just before the opening ceremony yesterday, and he said the resurgence in Marymount Rugby League on the back of Xavier Coates' story, and probably the same for our boys. Lindsay Collins playing last night.
Yeah, that's right. It's and a lot of players have come through the confraternity to represent Queensland, and then obviously Australia.
We had, I think, 8 former confraternity players in the Origin game last night. So,
there you go.
Yeah, so 8 of them were in the Queensland squad had been through the confraternity carnival. So there's a plus, and that's a fairly common story, I suppose, for the confraternity carnival and the relationship with Origin. Both carnivals beginning in 1980, or both events beginning in 1980. So there's a nice story.
I might message Matthew Thompson on the call next game and say, you realise
Yeah.
where these guys come from.
Yeah.
So it's with Brock Powell. Now one from Will Adams. Will Adams cops a bit of a shot. I'm sure there was an arm involved there, but anyway, Sam McAllister gets away with it. Dart from dummy half here now by Linklater. Arms in the air looking for a penalty there, but they don't get it. Play the whistle. Kick on from Mitch Rogers. Turns end over end. So that might just set up in the in-goal area. The breeze does favour Padua in this first half. What a kick chase! Commando style, but the referee's going to say he's tackled in goal because his elbow touched the ground inside the dead ball area. The ball might have got over in the end, but his elbow actually came down inside the dead ball area.
Great play by Mitch Rogers using the breeze.
Well, quite a few occasions so far today, Peter, the breeze, the first kick they've learnt has gone dead and they've learnt to readjust the second kick, but the first kick was ideal. As we see Mitch Hinchy, yeah. And the other thing we've noticed a lot is playing into the wind has scored a lot of tries because players are not worried about kicking on the last, they've actually run it.
Okay.
Because the breeze hasn't been in favour and they end up ball in hand scoring tries. But Padua now pressuring, 15 out from the try line. Goes himself, gets the offload now to Aidan Rooney, and Aidan Rooney's close but loses the football. Just going to say earlier, patience is also a key to rugby league. You just hang on to the footy, don't force the passes. Back your structures, back your players, and get a repeat set. You don't have to score off every set. And Marymount will breathe a sigh of relief because Padua are coming. And I'm not sure about you, Peter, but are you enjoying the scrums that are set for the set plays? You see the players can't break until the referee says so. Yeah.
They've become an attacking point, haven't they?
Most certainly. Coates. Look at him go. Sure, it's not Xavier. Might just come down. There's going to be a penalty for infringement in the ruck. Holding down. Player from Padua coming back on side. He's limping. He's already got tape on the right leg, and quite a fair bit of it. Reminds me of myself. Flanagan Smith.
Noah Harney, number 6.
So Marymount again in attacking. He's got 2 footballs on the field. Now we're back on. Still got 2 footballs on the field. But anyway, the ball boy's got hold of that. So Padua forced to defend again. This time Mosbergen, the tackler around the ankles, brings down the big number 8. Sankey. Probably better off passing that one. He's going to be tackled by Mosbergen again. Lock forward now, Jai Watton. Jai Watton gets some good meters as you expect from your back row. A quick play the ball. Numbers out to the left-hand side. They go back inside, throw the forward and Talas Bale to the line. Now they've kept the line with a pop out the back. Still going is Marymount. Damarow goes trying to get in the try line. Padua trying to hang on there in defence and they do so. A metre short. Oh, Marymount. They're trying their best. They're throwing everything out this chocolate brown and gold wall, but they've been denied so far. Quick play the ball, blindside, dart from dummy half. Taj Harris has gone over and scored. Wow, just couldn't hang on long enough. That blindside play there by Taj Harris. We'll have a replay shortly, but just weighted possession. They hung on grimly, Padua, but in the end, and Taj Harris, he scored 2 tries this morning. Just gets over, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, but gritty effort there from Joshua Linklater to trying to get underneath that, but wasn't able to do so. The shadows starting to come across BB Prince Stadium now, just a 10-metre line, whereas the other fields are in full sunshine.
For a lot of boys, this would be one of the great memories for them in their rugby league career to play on such a great stadium, John.
It's a terrific ground, yeah. Obviously, home of the Host Plus Cup Cutters, who are doing quite well in the competition. Always a strong side at home of the Cutters. And, played in a stadium like this.
And the facilities are amazing, aren't they? You know, for 6 fields.
That conversion is just the way to play. Well, I was just talking to Michael about this. Obviously, we've got the 6 fields here in Mackay for rugby league. And then if you go over look to your left on screen is Harrop Park, where there's 3 cricket fields. And all those 3 cricket fields are under lights.
Yep.
They played first-class cricket, the Heat. Both men and women have played there. They played Shield games over there as well. So Mackay is just, talk about Melbourne, talk about Mackay, sporting capital. I see Mr. Leap just walk past him.
Yep, that's him.
St Lawrence's, the home of Confro next year. And what an athlete. Lovely take there by Phillips Coates. Then brings it back into the field to play here, but they drive him back. But the athleticism to pull that ball down over his shoulder and still get back into the field to play, outstanding. Half a break, turns into a full break, the back row, and Cooper by, puts a fend on, trying to get away from there from the covering defensive bowl. He'll get up and play on the halfway line. Padua scrambling in defence, they're trying to make their way back onside here. It's with Pedlow, and he gives the offload. They're darting down that blind side. He might have come up with an error. Well,
great work by Isaac Bowl. He made the tackle there and then had the second effort to come out of marker and put pressure on the receiver. So well done to Isaac.
What a break up the middle there. All came from that great take from Philip Coates at the start. Should have gone dead in goal and the line drop out, but he was able to get some altitude to pull that one in. Tallis Abel and Cooper By, outstanding in the middle of the park as they were this morning. Powell gets to the 40, makes the tackle there of By, and he's come up with an error, so a scrum feed here for Marymount on the 40. Padua yet to complete a set. They may have got one kick away, I think, Peter, if that.
Well, after the first game, I'm sure that would have been figured in Mr. O'Brien's summary. Yep. Let's complete our sets. So, anyway,
it's a simple game, rugby league.
It is, but that's okay. It's no one means to make an error.
No, he's just got a ball security in these players. Learning is a breakdown on the inside there. Pedlow for the try line. Pedlow coming across there as Linklater, but Pedlow will go over and score the second try here for Marymount. Now we talk about scrums, the one-on-one situation between defence and attack, and that's come off the back of a scrum. It's not foreign territory for a lot of clubs, and that comes down to continuity, knowing your man on the inside, what can happen. Yes, there may be an argument to say that Damrow, the Marymount number 4, may have been an obstruction. They probably would have gone to the bunker. But
no bunker here, though.
No, thank goodness. Otherwise, we've got to finish at a certain time. We've got to play as much footy as we can. But yeah, it's a clever play at the back there, and Jimmy Pedlow comes up with the second try. So, conversion. Now, I was just talking to Father Michael and also to Michael Crutcher, Peter, is there still a half a point or something for winning a half a footy? Or is that not anymore?
No, not the case.
Not anymore,
yep.
Okay, cool. So we weren't too sure whether that was
Yeah, no,
something.
we've moved with the move to the NRL app has meant that we've had to move away from that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how that really went. But a conversion is successful into the breeze, so Marymount go out to 10-0. So Padua with a short kick-off. I probably wouldn't mind seeing them actually. They are going to do that. Kick to, I think so. Kick to the left-hand side of into the sun. But no, it's going to go right down the middle. I've got no idea. Bounces high and nice and beats the first tackle, but not the second. It's Cooper By. One thing I have noticed is Hadley Smith now. Marymount are winning the wrestle here. Padua just letting them get up a little bit too quickly.
Yep.
Allowing a quick play the ball here, and the referee just test out the referee early, especially at the other end of the field, to see how long they can hold them down for. But they need to win the wrestle here, Padua, because at the moment, Marymount are just doing what they like in the middle of the park. This time it's with Rollison. And there's a penalty.
And that's not going to help.
No, so discipline is another key element to the game.
Yeah.
I know, we haven't got a 7-second switch for you, Pete. Just in case you find the referee's decision not what you like.
Well, we're blessed to have them, can I say?
Well, they're all learning as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's a pathway.
Yeah.
So junior referees, and there's quite a few here. Sam McAllister now with a carry. Good defence 3, so they need to slow it down a little bit more here because their defence is now a little bit in tatters here at Padua because of that overcommitment by another quick play the ball. Here they come again. It's with McAllister. McAllister gets head just grabbed by the bootlaces. Meter out from the try and dart from dummy out, trying to get across and muscle his way over as Taj Harris, and he has. And that's his second try, the number 9.
No try. That's a knock on. He's calling that.
Well, that's good because I thought he was going to award, and he's actually looked at his touch judge.
Yep.
And this happened earlier where there was a try awarded, and the referee said no, it was try, and the toucher said no, it was knocked on, and he listened to his touch judge and called it back, which is fantastic. So Page will survive. Still 10-0. They need some footy, half a breakthrough in the middle. And see, this is the difference here with a bowl gets up, try saving tackle earlier.
Oh my goodness!
Throw in the air there.
Oh my.
Flanagan Smith. Well, he's getting to the fetal position, so that's a good sign. But we see quite a few. We've seen probably 3 or 4 today of those tackles, Peter, and majority of them have actually just players off balance.
Yeah, I think one's too many, isn't it? That's.
Oh yes, one is but and I recall one where that happened, and it happened actually just here, where both sides stayed apart.
Yeah.
Whereas we see in the open footy, if any of that sort of stuff, everybody wants to come in and slaps at 5 metres. But that was
he's been sent off, I think, John.
Yeah. So he'll go to the judiciary straight away. They have a judiciary process that happens straight after the game, I think, Peter.
They do.
So they can get that sorted out. But yeah, we don't want to see that sort of stuff. But look, again, hit a tackle on the players of his feet or something like that, they can go end over end. But anyway, so Marymount will be down to 12 for the remainder of the game. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-0 in favour of Marymount. So let's see what Padua can do, get some points on the board before they go to Oranges. Adams, take the tap. Well, he thought about it, looking for a forward, and decides to take the run himself. He's knocked over initially by Coates. So now with Rogers. It's the offload. So Rogers is dummy half. Looks left, looks right. Looks like a quarterback. Wondering which way he's going to go. Who will he feed it to? He goes to the right-hand side. Weinhardt goes forward as a halfback. Runs towards the forwards. Backline now shaping for Padua out to the left. They go to the left-hand side. It's with Harney. Chance here, trying to get a try line, and Linklater scores! They needed that, Padua. They get the try just before half-time, and Joshua Linklater comes up with a 4-pointer on the back of a penalty and a player being sent off. So,
it's a well-constructed play, though, isn't it?
It was that missed first tackle. He's a lanky man, isn't he, the fullback in Joshua Linklater? Just trying to see.
Josh will remember that for a long time. BB Prince Stadium telecast.
Well, we had that's why I tried to do them justice and make sure we get the right name. But we had a kick-off in the second half, and Zach Rookwood, the fullback, takes the kick-off on his 20 and then runs the length of the field to score a try at BB Prince Stadium as a 17 or 18-year-old. How good. Important kick here for Oscar Weinhardt. Weinhardt, I'm not sure how you pronounce that one.
Get it right?
Better?
Yeah. Yep.
Weinhardt.
Yep.
So right on half-time, that will be the half-time break. Our clock might be just a little, well, might be about right. Strikes it. Hits it pretty hard, which you've got to keep it straight, but waved away. So scores 10-4. Needed that kick. Sure they'll get back in time for the restart, but they showed some continuity. The player who was sent off, I don't know what position he played and whether that may have been a lock forward, so the centre of the field may be where they target, but they need to win the rest. Half-time here, Marymount College from Burleigh lead Padua 10-4. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with the second half very, very soon.
Since 1975, Strates has been getting the footy player ready for the game. Today, Strates is evolving.
It's a new era.
It's a takeover to athletes of all sports.
No matter what you play.
Basketball.
Rugby union.
Soccer.
Netball.
Rugby league.
AFL.
Cricket. Touch football.
Strates has you covered.
Gear developed by the player.
For the player.
Families need to be engaged in their children's education because it is what makes a difference to their learning. 60 to 80% of the success a child has at school is what happens at home. Parent leaders in schools are crucial. This is something we can all do to improve learning because it's about every parent and every child.
Second half underway here, and we've got a tight one, 10-4, 2 tries to 1, and Padua, well, they're up against 12 players. Marymount down to just the 12 due to a send-off, so Padua need to start winning up the middle. Just juggles it and hangs on to it in the end there. There's Caleb Johnson. The chat at half-time would have been what we've been talking about, Peter Elmore, and that would be that. Hang on to the footing, complete your sets, and frustrating stuff.
Who would be a coach?
Exactly. So Gary O'Brien and Chris Humphreys, coaches there. And for Marymount is Matthew Guy, who's stepped up for the first time this year at Marymount. And the reason we believe he's done that is because of the colour of the jerseys. A former Blues player. He's had a good weekend. Starting on Friday night. So this is a deep back line. So here we go. Scrum play. Padua need to line up one-on-one. Thompson loses the footy. Heavy contact in the back here. It's going to be a knock-on because there's no advantage, but it'll be for Padua. So I don't think either coach would be very happy with that first half, to be honest, Peter, with their... I mean, this is Div 1. They weren't playing to their capabilities. And they've already had a game today, but as you mentioned, they've had more games. Marymount was playing rugby league.
Yeah, I think they're, away from home and getting their combinations together, both sides.
Oh, exactly. And this is the second half. Oh, that's a nice take. I don't think he was supposed to go to that play, but anyway, he's going to take it, and he takes the tackle there of Cooper by. And that was a good run there from Brock Powell. 16 comes up as Oliver O'Regan. Although Regan's he's on his back here, they're winning the wrestle here. Marymount in defence as well as in attack.
You may have called Oliver's dad Terry O'Regan at former brothers players.
Well,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
okay.
yeah.
I do remember that now, which is sad. Here's a half a break here. Now goes Johnson. And Johnson has just cut down on the halfway line. There's going to be a penalty against Tallis Abel. And so, fine touch quickly. Just in a hurry to get that kick away. I'm speaking to Mark Glidden, who used to coach Norths, about it. Why don't you take more metres when you kick for touch? He said, if that thing doesn't go out, they're in reserve grade. So they'll make sure the thing goes out, which is fair enough. So here we go again. It's with Oliver O'Regan, 18 out. Padua looking to try and wipe away that 10-4 deficit. It's with Johnson, and Johnson trying to get through the big men of the back line players. And that's gone behind. The referee will say that's a knock-on. He comes up with an error. There's no Ahani.
Yeah, they don't call too many of them knock back these days. They do.
No, as soon as it's the grass, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless it's... I'm not going to get it. Origin's behind me. So this will be a scrum feed and a relieving one here for Marymount. 10-4. 20-minute halves, no stops. And unlimited interchange, which is quite important. We'll come to this shortly as they pack the scrum. So Marymount, the tackler there is Caleb Johnson. A little bit of help from his half in Oscar Weinart. Oh, good contact here, but initially getting to the ground there was a good shot. Some good defence here from Padua, but the quick play, the balls continue for Marymount. Offload, not needed. Juggles. For Chills, pick up, away he goes now. Here's Adams, and Adams turns the ball. Did he need to pass it? He did so, but anyway, it's play on. Soline will get up and play it. 20 metres out from the try line. No need to panic here as with Mossenbergen. He gets the offload. Referee did say he held, so play on. Padua peppering the line here of Marymount. Got numbers to the right and the left. They go to the right-hand side, out the back. Oh, numbers out to the right-hand side. You can see still alive. Surely there's a try coming. Neville goes over and scores, and Padua are back in it. Well, it took an eternity. You could see there was an open line here, but finally Neville goes over for 4 points.
They finally got there.
It was like the Matrix. You could see it. Neville actually was a bit disappointed because he went back inside there initially and he thought, I'm unmarked out here, and that's it there where he goes through the halfback and Weinart. Eventually the ball comes out to Neville, and Neville, all he had to do was just fly over the line, and he does so, and, well, that's brought him back right into it, 10-all. With the kick to go.
I think you've...
I forgot about that.
Yep.
10-8.
It wouldn't be an easy kick either.
It's probably the hardest part of the whole ground to kick from, but yeah, good start there for Padua. They need those 2 tries apiece. On the back of Josh's Linklater's try late in the first half. We saw that in the previous game with Trinity, who led at half-time, get run down. Game of 2 halves, that one. So Oscar Weinart. Certainly in the wards, he's got a calf bandage and right knee strapped, and he strikes this one, and that's might come back, but it won't have the legs.
Hasn't come back enough.
The score remains 10-8, but they know they can score points
2 tries apiece.
Said, just need to win that wrestle up the middle here, but it was good play there, and it came off the back of a break down the left-hand side. So, did they kick into the sun here, Marymount? Take advantage of Mother Nature? No, straight down the middle as well. That might have too much. If he can catch it. Knocked back, says the referee. No.
As we said before.
So, yeah. So there'll be a line dropout.
It was a good kick, wasn't it?
It was a pinpoint.
Yep.
And the player, the fullback in Joshua Linklater, saying it came off my chest. I didn't get a hand on it. But the referee was one to make the call. Not yourself, Josh, unfortunately. But he probably had a case, actually.
Yeah, they don't seem to change their minds too often after they've made a call, though, do they?
No, definitely not. So this is a shortish kick off because of the wind. So goose stepping run here from Ben Radler. And Radler, so Padua have to defend. The last thing I want to do is score a try, then concede one within minutes of each other. 1, 2, 3 defenders involved. Dummy half now is that man Taj Harris. They need to watch him. They come to the left-hand side with Pedlo, who's also scored a try here. He gets the offload, and that's Zachary Hughes, and Hughes is 5 short of halfway. 3 players on the blind side here from Marymount. They go to the right-hand side. It's a lock forward in Jai Watton, and Jai Watton is close to the line. He's only about a metre short. They come to this left-hand side, back inside, jinking run, still trying to weave his way through there is Pedlo, and Pedlo will go over and score his second try. Might be none more important in this competition than that one. Pedlo. Dummy half runners are elusive as any I've seen here from these two, Pedlo and Harris. So 14-8. Like I said, last you want to do is score a try. Or concede a try, so I should say, after scoring one. But this is in a pretty good spot here for Joe Sankey to convert. So your next game, Peter, tomorrow? Early one?
Yeah, early one. I'm just trying to see who we've got tomorrow.
That's way to go. Yep, one game at a time. Don't worry about the next. Just so for those the Padua fans who haven't made it up here when they play next, or the draw and information are on the website, but if you're unable to access that, conversion is successful. So it's 16 points to 8. So again, 8 points.
We're 11.50 against Shalom College from Bundaberg.
So Shalom getting beaten today in the second game.
They'd be up against Brendan's.
Wow.
So
today.
Yep.
This afternoon.
This afternoon.
Just trying to look at it. Might be them over the far side. Anyway, a restart here for Padua. It's 10 minutes remaining in this game. Watton the tackler. Captain obvious here. Padua need to score next and do it quickly. Tackler there is Oliver O'Regan. He's been strong since he's come out here as O'Regan defensively. Well, I might need the 7-second rule. But anyway, it's a penalty here to Marymount. He couldn't get out of the way there. You've got to stand on something. It's called your legs to stay upright. So the referee said he was there too long. Anyway, the penalty kick just finds Marymount a metre inside Padua territory. It's been a monumental effort here also from Marymount, considering there are 12 players for this whole second half. Ball back inside there. They're waiting for Jai Watton with the Padua defenders, led by Brock Powell. 4 players to the blind side. He goes himself back inside this Sankey. So that's the 20-metre line just in front. Here they come again. It's Pedlo, dangerous. Gives it off now to Ring. Ring takes a couple of players with him. He's going to be pulled down eventually there by Oscar Weinert. Dart from dummy half now. There's Damrow, and Damrow gets to the 10, then driven back by 2 metres in defence. Last tackle now here for Marymount. They got options to the left and right. They go to the right-hand side. It's with Sankey, puts a crossfield bomb up, and that will be way too big. I let's see which way the Steeden would bounce. So 7-tackle restart on the 20. Good option to kick into that corner with the sun, so there might be advantageous to players tomorrow playing in the afternoon as we see Lewis Brown. From dummy half, he is looking for an offload.
Josh Neville, I think that is. Yep.
Try scorer. From dummy half, Marcus one-on-one strip. He's going to lose that. That should be a scrum feed to Padua with 6 more to go on the 40.
Yep. We'll see which way this goes. Yep. No, you're right, John.
Try to strip that out and lose the footy. So
no player down there injured.
Well, if that was me, it's probably exhaustion. So we see the water being run out left, right, and centre for everyone. Like I said, it's quite cool in the shadows, but out there it could be quite warm. This is Central Queensland University is one of the major sponsors of.
Yeah, they've been a great sponsor. We've I just before this I was down in the medical area. We've got 2 doctors, 3 physios, and the great sponsorship of Central Queensland University. All their 4th-year physiotherapy students are down there doing their prac, so the players are well and truly supported.
He has to take the tackle there now. There's Soline, because he had a player run inside in Rockpell.
Jaden Solian. Easy.
Some great work there. Well, actually, I spoke to the physio team at the airport before I flew out. They were really excited about the whole conversation. I actually overheard them talking about age and how they age in their late 20s, and I'm going, can you stop this conversation, please? But they're a lovely bunch of kids there, so they'll be in good hands. So Padua now. In the 6-7 minutes still remain. They do need Celine. Steps off the left. Oh, he's got some pace. If he can get the way through, gets the offload there, pushes the pass. It's still alive here. It's going to be dived on in the corner. The referee will probably say 6 to go and award the try. Checks with the touch judges. Yes, it's been touched by a Marymount player, and they've scored in the corner. Well done there in the initial stages there by Celine. And they needed that try, Padua. You might have a better idea to find out who scored that one. There's a lot of traffic over there in the corner.
Yeah, Jaden Solian, he certainly did a good lead-up work, and that's him passing the ball there. And
actually, it looks like it might have been Lewis Brown, number 15.
It is Lewis Brown.
He didn't do anything. Scores a try. Pretty tough conversion this one, but at least it's almost like an uphill putt. Just needs to hit it hard and straight. Try and get it through there. So 16 points to 8. Well, they're the comeback kings, Padua College. They did it last year against St. Brendan's.
2019, wasn't it?
2019 wasn't Bundy, yeah.
Bundaberg, yeah.
With the cyclone.
Yeah.
So that was a semi-final too, was it?
It was, yeah.
Conversion, I think they got through, as in St. Brendan's on most tries, I think, if my memory serves me. It was a draw in the end, wasn't it? 18-all?
Yep.
So, not dead yet this game. Conversion unsuccessful. And everybody's pointing, get right back. You probably do need to actually be right on that dead ball line.
They should have learnt.
And, not move. Well, it's those who, well, I don't think any players are here from 2019. We all know what those conditions were like. So here we go. It's 16-12. 5 minutes remaining. That's going to go too big. Now, I'll tell you what, Peter. The other reason for that is for the kicker. He may think they're inside the in-goal area, and they'll aim for him.
Yep.
And it goes that little other metre forward, and boom, you've got yourself a penalty. So smart play there from Padua, and all the trainers and everybody's pointing away. Move back, move back.
I saw Matt Guy put his head into his hands. And
well, now they need to hang on the footy. Aidan Rooney, like I said, there's plenty of time. Just be patient. Rooney gets across the 40, so 12 metres off the account. They come to this blind side. Underball here now for Oliver O'Regan. They were waiting for him. They tackle O'Regan on the 30. Dart from dummy half. Here goes Miss Rogers, and Rogers just take the tackle. Is with Taj Harris. Dylan out in the park here. Fresh legs. Goes out there. Celine. This time he passes the footy. Finds Will Adams, the centre 3/4, getting within 10 of the try line. Rogers. Celine finds a player out wide, unmarked, and Padua score in the corner. Look out!
I think that's all tied up, is it? Kick for the game.
It will be. Well, Guy will know all about that. So, try in the corner here. Let's see the player. Is it Lewis Brown again?
I can't. Yes, it is. Lewis Brown, 2 on the corner. Well,
he's done nothing. He's had to catch the footy and dive over. So.
Well, he's had to be there, and he's kept the width. I think that's really important. You know, as obviously a man down, and good wingers keeping the width, and Lewis has certainly done that. And
16 all. Here we go. Once again, I think more tries. I think Padua than strikes it. It's going close, but waved away. Still not over.
Yep. Well, Lewis has picked up 2 tries.
4 tries to 3 at the moment. Yep. So Linklater, Neville with a try each. Lewis Brown with 2 apiece. Jimmy Pedlow with 2, and Taj Harris for 1 with Marymount College. So now we'll talk about sort of loading the boundary. There's 6 players on the dead ball line down there. One of them's got it, and away we go. So Padua. Good carry back there by Aidan Rooney. He'll get up and play it. Are the markers offside? Yes, they were. They weren't straight. That was a clever play there by
Mitch Rogers.
Yep. He saw the markers weren't straight, and he ran straight towards them. It was almost Cameron Smith-like. Here we go again. Rooney wants another crack. He's insane. Look at him. Straight into the
blue wall.
Muscles, of the blue wall. Here's another shot here. Good run here from Caleb
Johnson.
Just hanging on long enough here. The tacklers from Marymount out left. Celine, quick hands here. It's with the back row and Powell. Jeez, where's this Celine been?
It's Jaden Solian.
Solian,
yeah.
He's been dynamic. Chip over the top here. Was that too early? Needs a Greek gather. Put it on the toe here. I think that's still alive here. It's going to be picked up in the end there by the Marymount player.
Well,
take that tackle.
Marymount's turn. 1 minute to go. Just over a minute. I'll get another set at them.
It's not out of place here for the footy to come dislodged. It's with Damrow. He gets the offload. That's the halfway line trying to be crossed here by the Marymount ball carrier. He'll get up and play it. There's numbers to the left and the right. They go to the right-hand side, putting it through the hands. Tackle there is Dylan. And he's
it's a penalty.
Oh, that might be the clincher. Oh, just got a fine touch. Well, they're going to take two. Wind the clock down. So smart plays. We see our clock isn't completely spot on, and there isn't a clock countdown. But anyway, Marymount will take this one. Padua trying to come back from a deficit, unable to do so in this clash.
Well, this is what every goal kicker wants, isn't it? To win the match.
So no golden point. It'll go as a draw. I think actually there was an 8-all draw this morning. I think it might have been with Shallon. There's the hooter. Here we go. Strikes it.
After the hooter's gone.
It's got the legs and it's waved away. 16-all. How about these draws, Peter Elmore? Wherever you go, it's undecided. So a great game of rugby league here. Confraternity Div1, and we can't split the winners, but there was 4 tries to 3 in favour of Padua over Marymount. Courageous effort from Marymount. They were down to 12 players that second half here, so they hung tough. But what a game of rugby league, Peter.
Yeah, I think both coaches would be happy with that as a result at the end of the day.
Most definitely, but a lot to work on.